welcome back to my channel. So in my last haul I showed you guys that I got this Sigma brush cleaning mat, and I also posted a photo on Instagram, and I did get some questions about it, so I thought I'd do a little review. So if you haven't seen it, a couple years ago Sigma came out with a brush cleaning glove that you put on your hand. It looks kind of like an oven mitt made out of the same material that had all these different textures on it to clean your brushes. And personally, I always thought that was a little gimmicky. It seemed silly and unnecessary to have. But then a few months ago, I was shopping at the Sigma store and I got a sample of the glove, which was basically, I was going to grab it, but my husband's in the bathroom, so it was basically about this big, and it had little, like, tiny areas of each of these textures on it. And so I started using that to clean my brushes. I just kind of set it in the sink, and I really liked it. I found it worked really well, especially for eye brushes. This texture works especially well, I thought, for like brushes where I use gel liner or cream shadows. And I just felt it made it a lot easier to deep clean my brushes. So I still never wanted to buy the glove. I thought it was silly to pay $30, $40 or whatever it costs when I could just use my little sample. But then this came out and I instantly wanted it. So this is the mat. So it looks like this. This is where you kind of fits right around the drain. And then the back has all these little suction cups. And if you don't know how you use this, it's basically divided. This side, I don't know how much you can see. This side is for face and this side is for eyes. And there's all these different textures to do different things. So according to the instructions, what you're supposed to do is get your brushes wet and then put a little bit of soap on the wash areas. So right here, and then kind of swirl your brushes over the textures, this for the eyes, this for the face brushes, and then you rinse them out here, you turn on the water, kind of get them wet and rinse them out over here, and then I think you're supposed to refine them on this one, and then rinse again, and then super refine. So that's what the instructions say, but that's not really what I do. I do wash, rinse, refine, that's it. So I did film a little demo of me using this, so I'm going to insert that now, but so far I'm really happy with this. It is $32, and I think it's a little overpriced for what it is. It's basically a big piece of rubber, I don't know. I know some people kind of use like oven mitts or pot holders that are made of the same material that have ribbing for like the dollar store or something to clean their brushes, and I'm sure that works too. But I really like the smaller texture area for my eye brushes. I find it like this, if a bigger texture kind of like is on those pot holders, just doesn't work as well for my eye brushes. So, I mean, this is definitely not something that you need, but it's nice to have, I think. So, I have used it a couple times so far, and I am really liking it, so I'm glad I bought it. But I don't think it's like a must-have purchase or anything, but it does make cleaning my brushes just a little easier because I can do many at one time. Like I can do a whole handful of them kind of, at least for eye brushes at one time. And then I think it's better than the glove because then you have 2 free hands instead of 1 free hand. So I'm going to insert my little demo of me using it now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you have any questions about it, please let me know. I'll try to answer them. And I know some people were interested in this, so I hope this kind of helped you make a decision. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye! Alright guys, so I just pressed this in, and as you can see on my sink, just because of the angle and stuff, it does kind of have these little areas. It doesn't lay completely flat, but it doesn't really bother me. It still works really well. So that's just what it looks like. I guess this suction cup is coming off, but it doesn't really matter. It doesn't go anywhere, even if these ones aren't really stuck on. So that is what it looks like. So I guess first I'm going to demo it with these face brushes, and I think I can do all of these at the same time because they are a little bit smaller. So I'm just going to get them wet under running water, and I try not to get any water that will go up in the ferrule, so just kind of try to get it in this area. Then I just kind of wet the mat, and I'm going to take some baby shampoo, I guess, for today and put a little bit of baby shampoo right there. So then I'm just going to kind of, you can see all of them in one hand. You kind of have to get them even like that, and then you can kind of do this. And not sure if you guys can see, but it is bubbling up and there's some color coming out of the brushes. I have a blush brush, a contour brush that I use for bronzer, and my stippling brush, which I also use for blush. So just kind of really rubbing them against this texture to get a really good deep clean. And then I'm going to get, as you can see, like the ends of, I don't know if you can tell, the lighting in here isn't that great, but the ends of this brush are white and they were kind of pink before, and same with the e.l.f. one. So now I'm going to rinse them. And then kind of rub them over this rinse section of the face. And I don't see anything else coming out, so get a little more water. And then I'm going to go over this refine section just to make sure all the soap is out of there. You can go over, and there's two refine sections, refine and refine plus, but I don't think it really matters. But yeah, so that's basically how you do it. And so I did all three of these at once, and there's no soap left in them as far as I can tell. So I'm just going to kind of, I just like to squeeze out as much water as I can, and then I kind of set them to dry on a towel. So I'll be right back. Alright, so now I'm going to demo it with some eye brushes, just so you can see how it works. Unfortunately, I wanted to do it with maybe one that was really gunked up, but I just washed that one yesterday, so I should have waited. But these are all the ones I have left that are dirty that I didn't wash yesterday. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 eye brushes. So just like before, I'm going to kind of get them all so they're, you know, going to be even and touching the mat at the same time. For these, since they are a little shorter, I'm going to wet them with my hand a little bit. Do this so I don't get water up in the ferrules and get the glue wet. And for these ones, I'm going to just use the solid cleanser so you can see that you can still use this. So I just kind of rub them. Oh, sorry, the lighting in here is really bad. But I'm rubbing them on the soap. You can see there's like color coming onto the soap. And then I'll close this up. This is just a sample. I had a full size of it, 2 that I got before. I just put the sample inside of it. And then get the mat a little wet. And then I'm doing this with my left hand, so this is a little awkward, but just kind of go in circular motions on this texture. And you can kind of see the bubbles. These brushes aren't super dirty because I've only used them a couple days, but the ones I use on a daily basis, I washed it yesterday. So this is what I had to work with. So yeah, so I just kind of do that for maybe 20 seconds. And these ones, I mean, since they weren't that dirty, they look fine now. So I'm going to put some water on the rinse section and go back and forth. This is awkward. I'm right-handed, so I don't know why I was doing it with my left hand. But get a little more water. I don't see anything else coming out, so it looks like the water is all running clear. And you know, put it on this refine section. And yeah, so I just washed 6 brushes all at the same time, and it didn't take very long at all. So before, you know, when I did with just my hand, I would kind of take a couple at a time and swirl them in my hand. Or when I had the sample, I could only do like 2 or 3 at a time. But now I could do basically, it could do way more than 6, just however many fit in your hand. But this is what I had to do, so you can see that you can clean a lot of brushes in a short amount of time and really deep clean them better than I could when I was just kind of trying to use my hand and soap in my palm. So yeah, so that's a demo of the Sigma brush cleaning mat. And then what I did yesterday is I just pulled it out and then I stuck it on the side of my shower, or I rinsed it off to make sure there's no makeup residue on it. And then I stuck it on the side of my shower to just for a couple hours to let it air dry, and that worked really perfectly. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to do now, and I hope you enjoyed this demo, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!